so dark in here right now. It's so dark. I don't have no theme music, y'all. I don't have no. Let me move my light. Let me move my light up. Ow, yes. There we go. Got some light or whatever. So, how do I share this with y'all? Hi, guys. Oh, that's to add people to... Hey, everybody. It is Bloom. Give it life with Flower Child tonight. I am so excited about tonight's live. I don't know why Thursday has been popping for me, but it has been. Like, Thursday, I'm busy with clients, which is a great thing because it gets me amped for tonight. Speaking of amped, look what I got on. My Grind Don't Stop shirt. Yo, this is a conversation piece. Like, the Grind Don't Stop t-shirt. Like, when I walk in the gas station or something, like cat daddies be like, oh, for real? Like, the grind don't stop? What you mean? What don't stop? The grind? What you mean? What else don't stop? What else? I'd be like, really, sir? It's too much. It's way too much. We don't need to have that conversation. The grind doesn't stop, okay? I ain't trying to get with you. Ain't nobody think about you. But anyway, tonight we're talking about, hey, Nakia. Hey, you all. Hey, everybody that just joined. We're talking about the artist. There are all different types of artists, the performing artist, the musician, actors, directors, playwrights, painters, degree or no degree. I have a lot of people asking me all the time, do I need to go to college for this? As you know, I was an educator. So my students would always say, can you help me get into school for theater? Oh, I want to go to school for theater. And then I would have other students that I mentor. They say, I don't need no degree. What I need that for? I'm going to be an actor. All I got to do is show up to the audition. What do y'all think? So I'm just speaking off of personal experience. Hi, Sean. I miss you. You was on my heart today, too. So the fact that you just gave me flowers is beyond me, honey. Yes. Connection. Come on, frequency. What's crazy is I was like a very shy child. So I danced a lot. Dancing, I don't have to talk. Okay. I was shy. I would never think of acting in front of people. I was always in front of my stuffed animals dancing and acting, but dancing in front of people because I didn't have to open my mouth. I didn't have to talk in front of an audience. So dancing in front of large crowds was great. I loved it. But then I was discovered in high school. My high school drama teacher, Mrs. Howard, she took me after school and she tried some monologue stuff with me. And I actually got a partial scholarship to the college that I was going to for theater. So this is something that even at the age of 16, 17, 18, I had no idea I was good at until I got in this woman's classroom and she said, you have something special and you need to utilize it. You're not just a dancer, choreographer. And she just gave me all of this knowledge. Now, the way she taught in high school was very, very collegiate because she had me directing. She had me auditioning. Like, her auditions were very, very professional. She would have everybody make sure you on your P's and Q's when you go into Miss Howard's musical auditions. So with that being said, and going to A&T, now, could I have become a successful actress without my degree? Honestly, in my opinion, I would not be who I am today without my education at the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University professional theater program. The reason being is because A&T at the time was an accredited university, and it had, the professors were extremely dedicated to their student success. Meaning, as a student, you did a lot of professional Networking. You networked. You had to go and get hours doing things outside of school. You could go to the neighborhood theater and work professionally in the house. There was a lot of vocabulary that you don't get if you are not being sitting in the classroom and getting this education from professionals. So if you're not going to college for a degree in your art, you definitely need to have mentors that are skilled in it. And a lot of people don't understand the value of a mentor that's already doing it. I have mentors who have degrees and I have mentors who don't have degrees. Now, my mentors that don't have degrees, they teach me that hustle. They teach me that mouthpiece. They teach me that, that piece that I did not get in college. Because nobody can give you that. Nobody can give you that networking piece. You see what I'm saying? Also, when I was in school, we didn't have YouTube. YouTube teaches you a lot of things. You can take master classes with like Samuel L. Jackson. You can take master classes with Spike Lee to learn how to do film. You can pull up all these filmmakers and they'll show you how to work cameras, And I was about to say in my day, like I'm like super old, but I was in college 15 years ago. Yikes. 15 years ago. You did with a theater degree, you also learn makeup, stage makeup, costuming. You get on the sewing machine and you make costumes. You also learn financial literacy for theater. You also learn stage management. You also learn lights and sound. You also learn set building. You have to build sets. When I tell you as a theater major, you don't walk into college acting. I'm going to act every day and I'm paying for this college education. No, you're paying for all of the stuff that I named and then some. You're learning how to manage theaters. You're learning how to manage people. You will learn how to be an agency by yourself. You'll learn how to be an entrepreneur in the theater industry. You will learn how to be a playwright. You'll learn how to be a director. So having a theater degree, all the stuff that you see me doing today, it's not acting. It's a plethora of jobs. Oh, I forgot lights and sound. Those are the people that make the big bucks. When you're watching a play and them lights hit, boom, and that sound is whoo, 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 everything is on point. Those people get the big checks. You understand what I'm saying? And you need that degree to learn that stuff. Now, if you don't get your degree to learn that stuff, you definitely have a lot of work discipline wise to do and a lot of research and a lot of books that you need to really find out this information, because you don't want to walk into a professional theater and say, hey, I really want to do sound. And they start throwing this vocabulary at you and you're like, what? I know music. I do scores at the house with my machine. No, they don't want to hear that. They want to know that you understand how to work on the psych, how to get up there on the catwalk. You know what you're doing when it comes to the gels, when it comes to spotlights, when it comes to all of that stuff. You have to know your stuff. Now, that's the behind the scenes. When it comes to playwriting, y'all, playwriting and directing, there is a lot of information and vocabulary and knowledge that comes with directing other people. So if I'm an educated actor and I'm going to a rehearsal and I don't hear the director say, Morgan, on this line, your motivation is da-da-da-da-da. When I wrote, the playwright and the director sit together, unless the playwright is the director. The motivation behind this is boom, boom, bop. And I need you to move upstage right on this part because your motivation is going toward, the character Tony's, because the way Tony feels about you, y'all have to come together and I need you to go downstage right. So if the director does not understand that, or the actor is not understanding the director, then we have a problem. We have miscommunication. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has to do their homework, degree or no degree. You have to have your knowledge. Where do you get that knowledge? Books. Google it. Where do I learn? You don't even need the book. There are stage direction book visuals Knowing your wings, the wings, go up in the wings, go center stage, go down stage, up stage, all of that stuff. You need to know that. Character analysis, character observations. These are things that as an actor, director, playwright, you definitely should know. With playwrights, you can't just write lines. There is a format. And this, as a theater major with my theater degree, you learn format. You learn how to format a play. When we're little, when we are in like school, we like, okay, Susie says da 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 da, and then Billy says da da da. Then Susan gonna say blah 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 blah, boom boom boom. But in that, you have to have your stage directions. Your stage directions are totally different from your the stage directions, and then there's your blocking. Okay, your blocking is what the director is going to give you outside of what the playwright has wrote. So the blocking is an imperative because that makes your show your show. So if you're not blocking your actors, if your actors don't know what blocking is, it's a problem. So it's a really good thing to educate directors. It's a great thing to educate your actors before you even start the process. If you are casting actors who don't have that education or have that degree, and your resume will let people know if you have a degree or not. So when you're casting, you know, okay, this person is not going to understand this. So I want to cast her, or do I want to cast her? That's another plus when you're auditioning for professional theater, is that they're going to see if you have your degree or not. If you don't, they're going to assume that you don't know your stuff. So you have to put those skills on your resume. I took acting 101 with this person, so they can Google that person. Does this acting coach know what they're talking about? Because there are acting coaches that don't know what they're talking about because they're not educated and didn't take the time to invest in educating themselves. So my point for this live is degree or no degree, it does not matter. Educate yourself, point blank and period. When you are wanting to be a professional artist, whether that be a painter, a director, a playwright, an actor, a singer, oh my gosh. Because I'm not a singer, I didn't touch on that, but I see my sister go through so many different emotions. Yes, he was, Sarah. I'm so happy. That's a good point, Sarah. I'm glad you said that. And please chime in, y'all. Please chime in and tell me your experience with, even if you're not an artist and you want to chime in, did your degree help you, or did you even need it? You know, Sarah said her son took theater in middle school and was in the plays at A&T. I actually not directed, but choreographed Sarah's son. He was amongst all these actors, and he knew what to do because the big D word is discipline. Be a disciplined artist. If you're not disciplined and educated, you can't go to that next level. You know what I'm saying? You're always going to stifle yourself because when you walk in the room for the director or the playwright or whoever's looking at you, they're going to wonder, why doesn't this person know what I'm saying or what I'm telling them to do? They're always going to wonder that. Or if there's an actor who is educated and they are disciplined and the director doesn't know what they're doing, it's very frustrating for the actor to walk in a rehearsal with a director that doesn't know their knowledge. Because an educated actor like myself, I want to be directed. I want the director to say, Morgan, I want you to go center stage on this line because that's what I have. That's my visual. The director is the vision. The actors are not the vision. The actors create the characters. So you have to understand the difference between what the actor is supposed to do and what the director is supposed to do. Never think that your actors are just gonna direct themselves. They can't. They're not. You know, they can if they're directors, but it has to make sense in the director's mind and what you planned in your mind as the director. So you have to have that knowledge as an artist. Filmmakers, please know hi, Melissa. Please know your stuff as a filmmaker. I'm a beginner filmmaker, so I didn't go to school for it, but I was brought in because my students were great actors. actors. So someone who, Rashim Kilo Pugh, brought me in to learn film with him, and we watched YouTube videos, and we looked at papers, and we just played around with cameras, and we got the knowledge that we needed. So when he said, okay, pick up camera one, put it in focus, I'm like, okay, I know what focus means. I know, the wide angle. Got it. Got the wide angle. You know what you're doing. So if I were to get on set right now with another filmmaker that's not Kilo, even though I've done 4 films with Kilo, I would know my stuff. If a filmmaker said to me, Morgan, turn the cameras off, break it down, I can set it up, break it down, whatever. Film, I can do it because I'm a little filmmaker or whatever, because I found a mentor. He is my mentor in film so that I could get the knowledge that I needed for film, but I don't have a degree in it, but I have a degree in theater. So when you have that discipline and education, you're going to be a little more nitpicky of the result of what's happening, of what's going on. So be mindful of that. Any questions for me? Like I said, no degree, or you have a degree, be disciplined and be educated. Read, get a mentor, somebody that knows what they're talking about, somebody that has experience and knows what they're doing. Have them come in and help you with whatever project you're doing. Also, I wanted to say with my degree, I would not have been able to be an amazing educator had it not been for me receiving my theater degree. When I graduated from college, from North Carolina A&T's theater program, my concentration was acting. But my directing teacher said, you are choreographing. Choreographers are also directors. You're going to be an amazing director one day. I looked at him like he was crazy. I was like, no, because I'm about to be the next Halle Berry. I'm about to be off the chain. Don't do that. And little did I know that I was going to be so passionate about directing. So I'm glad I got that experience of taking directing classes at North Carolina A&T. But when I left A&T, I was like waitressing. If you read my book, my Creative Inspirations book, I was waitressing, waiting tables and all of that good stuff. It is necessary. Thank you. I was like, okay, I need something else. I want to work with kids and I want a job, but what am I going to do? So, because I can't go to auditions all the time and think I might get it. I might not. I might get it. I might not. But while I'm doing that, I need a job with benefits. And I was getting married at the time. So when I got into a job, I saw a theater position open at Hairston Middle School. And I told the principal, she was bad, honey. Dr. Day, she was so bad. I loved her. Dr. Day was an amazing principal. She gave me my first shot at educating. And I was like, okay, I don't have a teaching licensure. So even I had a theater degree, and that's all you needed to teach at the time because Guilford County was doing lateral entry. They let you get your teacher education with your degree. As long as you had a degree, they would help you get your teaching licensure. So I emailed her, and she was like, honey, listen, you don't have no teaching certification. I said, I can teach. I love children. She said, well, I got about 1,000 other theater teachers that apply for this position. I said, okay, can I give you, my artistic resume on top of my professional resume? She said, you can send it to me. Send me all of what you have. She wouldn't treat me like I said, I'm a professional actress. I have all of this, She was like, okay. So I went home. I emailed her. Did you get it? Did you get it? Then I called her. Kept emailing her. Did you look at my stuff? Called her again. Hey, what do you think? Can I work? Can I work toward my licensure to be a teacher? She said, look, girl, you have been the most persistent and consistent person I have ever met in my life. So she was like, yes, we will help you get your teaching licensure. You have your theater degree. You have experience. Come on and join the family. And I ended up being at Hairston for 13 years. I was at McLeansville Elementary teaching reading to students who couldn't speak English, because I was speaking Spanish at the time. I don't know where my Spanish went, but I would take the Hispanic students and teach them how to read in English at McLeansville Elementary for 2 years before I went to Hairston. But anyway, that is how I utilized my degree. I went into the teaching field, but on top of that, teaching also gave me more directing experience because I was writing a ton of plays for my kids. I was directing. I was coaching actors, acting professionally outside of teaching. So all of that discipline and that education gave me what I needed to be an entrepreneur. So now I'm an entrepreneur, doing all of what I did with my degree, the networking. Oh my gosh, my Donna Bradby and Tina Liggins. Well, Donna actually was started educating after I graduated, but she was my mentor, and she's an educator at North Carolina A&T's theater program now. And she would call me and say, "Hey, Morgan, need a choreographer for a show." She's a choreographer herself, but she would call me and she would say, "Hey, I got a job for you." And my college, North Carolina A&T, hired me to be choreographer of Langston Hughes Black Nativity year after year after year after year. And from that, I networked with the students at A&T. And that's where I met Paris Sade, who is an entrepreneur right now. Paris Sade Meraki Soleil. She is a choreographer. She works with Flower Child. She is doing her thing. I met so many amazing students that I've still mentored today that still connect with me. If I have a job for them, I will call them. Bijan Shaw just graduated. She's like a little sister, cousin, mentee. She just did beauty shop with me. So through that education at an HBCU too, you are able to network. You're able to get that discipline, that education, that hands-on job shadowing. They force you to get hours. When you're not in class, you have to work your butt off. And anybody who has a child that is talented in theater, understand this. I'm going to say it again, and I said it in the beginning. When you get a theater degree, you also learn acting for the stage, acting for the camera, directing, playwriting, costume making, makeup, hair. I didn't say that earlier. Lights, sound, stage management, artist management. You learn financial literacy for the arts. You learn, it's so much, y'all. Oh my gosh. A theater degree prepared me for just about anything that I was going to face in the world. And my professors were freaking amazing. I will tell you that right now. Frankie Day, rest in heaven. Frankie Day, Miller Lucky, Vanita Vactor, Suze Latham, Jeff Richardson, all of my professors, Mr. Horton, all of my professors were amazing. And they all had their piece that they instilled in me. And y'all, I have to pay my parents back. I do. I had a partial scholarship, but my parents had to come out of pocket $50,000 for my education because of their income. I couldn't get a student loan. I couldn't get that. So I work hard because I'm going to pay my parents back. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to pay them back, whether it's making them proud, whether it's putting some money in their mailbox, whatever the case may be. But they understand how much I loved theater. And I know they're proud of me. I know that they're proud because I became an educator and I changed a lot of lives of children who are now going to college. Like, I have students at SUNY Purchase, y'all. I have students who are like amazing and majoring in theater all over the world. But I said all that to say all of the things that I named that I got with the theater degree, the pay for stage management, the pay to work lights and sound, to not be seen, to be behind the scenes and make stuff happen. Listen, scoring, orchestra, music, The artwork, the set building, the set design. Do you know how much the people get paid that do that? The costumes and the makeup and the hair. Y'all don't even understand the half. Y'all got to look this stuff up. Google all of this stuff with your kids. I'm telling you, before you decide, oh, my kids have to go to college. I'm telling you, Google the pay rate of the jobs that you learn as a theater major or in film and different things of that sort. You will be amazed. You will definitely be amazed. I want to thank everybody for watching. Degree or no degree, doesn't matter. Make sure you're disciplined and you're educated in your craft. Top, period. That's it. You know, anybody have any questions? If not, it has been Bloom Give It Life live with Flower Child. I love y'all. Stay up. Next week, next Thursday is a big announcement, and I'm going to let it go. So tune in next Thursday, because next Thursday is my big announcement, and I need y'all to be ready for it. I want y'all to tune in. I love you, Deborah. You are the bomb. I miss you. I wish I could give everybody a hug right now, y'all. I'm a hugger, and I don't want to get off because I want to give a spiritual hug. Spiritual hugs. That was cute, right? Spiritual hugs. Love y'all. Everybody have a blessed night. Announcement next week, 9 o'clock. Peace. This is on YouTube, by the way. This will be on YouTube. All of my lives are on YouTube if you missed anything, if you know an artist that needs to be inspired and needs some information. Love y'all. Peace. Bloom.